TGIF, my young and the Restless fans. Hopefully, you're having a terrific, fantabulous Friday. We've made it to the end of the week. We got our cliffhanger episode. Well, if that's what you want to call it. But you know what? I'm going to give you a few highlights and then we'll unpack this episode. First, we see Traci meets Belle. We also see Billy finessing Lily. And then we finally see Audra make a promise to Tucker. But is it the promise that he expected? So without any further ado, let's go ahead and unpack this Genoa City drama for April 26th. We're over at Society, where we see Mariah finding herself enveloped in the radiant glow of her wife, Tessa. Tessa was humming and it's filling the air as she expresses her contentment of their beautiful life together. Now, Mariah, ever eager to add more beauty to their world, suggests the idea of Tessa singing in a local music festival since she's not currently touring. Now, Tessa, she was intrigued by the proposal. She agrees, sparking a conversation about a possibility with who? Devon and Abby. It seems that Devon has been missing Tessa's presence at the label, discusses an idea of a music festival for her. Now, Tessa, initially hesitant due to her commitment to her job, is ultimately thrilled at the prospect. Now, Devon and Abby, being supportive of Tessa's talent, join Mariah and Tessa in a celebratory embrace, laying the groundwork for promising to be what is an exciting venture. So now we have Devon and Abby at the table talking about the dynamics that Chancellor Winters are under scrutiny as Devon and Abby discuss the recent board decisions. Now, Devon receives a text from Nate expressing gratitude for his vote. The conversation then turned to Lily's vote, with Devon expressing his suspicion that her decision was influenced by Billy. Now, despite tensions within the company, Devon acknowledges his appreciation for having Abby on the board, but admits his waning enthusiasm for business. And I know he now regrets putting that company together along with Chancellor. Speaking of Lily, Billy arrives over at Crimson Lights and spot Lily ending a business call. Why does she always run into him, according to her? Now, she doesn't want to revisit his discussion about running the company together. He backs off, but believes that she'll come around on her own. Now, she sighs and tells him about her meeting with Mamie, and they agree that she was rude of her auntie to think that Lily was too emotional about Daniel's case, though she clarifies that she doesn't think her aunt is trouble. Now, Billy brings up taking over the company. When Lily becomes upset, he apologizes and offers to get her a drink. Well, now let's head over to Tucker's room at the athletic club, where Audra and Tucker is discussing a business deal and disagree on where they should divert the capital to. Now, Tucker thinks her ideas are dumb, and she's like, "You're dumb." Now, she jokes that he's the weakest link in their relationship. They talk about building up their products and marketing them. Audra calls him cold-blooded and ruthless, and he thanked her. Now, she thinks that they can be the biggest cosmetic entity out there. She wants to dominate the market, but thinks his motivation is Ashley. He denies it, but he'd love to crush her sanctimonious brother. Now, Tucker says that her drive and ambition give him certain sensations. Now, she thinks everything does that. He moves in on her with a kiss. They get a little frisky and wind up making out before they get back to discussing business. They decide to race each other to get downstairs for dinner. Downstairs at the athletic club dining room, Belle and Traci are dining. Now, Belle covers her accent and tells her sister that she's not hungry but wants a shot of tequila. Now, Traci's mouth drops open. She doesn't think Ashley needs anything more to drink. Belle uses her Southern Belle accent as she thinks to herself, "Bless her heart, I just want to humor the poor thing." Now, she says Traci's right, and Traci asks if she's been getting her calls. Belle lies and says that she's been doing a cell phone detox to get rid of her stress that she's under right now. Traci understands but asks her to turn it on. They become anxious when they can't reach her. She feels her sisters alter in on Harrison being found. Belle is glad that that precious little boy is okay. Now, Traci thinks it's time to concentrate on her, and she said that SOB, Belle is thinking to herself with that accent. Traci assumes that it was daunting going into therapy with somebody new. Now, Belle thinks to herself that Traci haven't got a clue clue. She blurts out, I panicked. She got skittish and she just couldn't go. Traci wishes she had told her that. Now, Belle says coming there did the trick, and she suggests they both do shots of tequila. Now, Traci refuses and thinks whatever is going on with her is spiraling out of control. Even the way she's talking to her is confusing Traci. She demands Ashley get the help that she needs, and Belle agrees to reschedule the appointment. They get up to leave, and then they run into Audra and Tucker. Now, Belle actually flatters Audra and insults Tucker, causing Audra to comment that, yeah, there's a change in her. If I were you, I would ditch this daddy issue for good, is what Belle is telling her with a smile. She took off to the powder room, and Tucker comments that this is a new Ashley. Traci doesn't know what he means and calls this a private family matter. She begs him to just let it go and wanders off. Audra says, look, this ain't funny no more. Something is really wrong with that girl. You called it. Audra is freaked out by all these mood swings, and she's just had her fill of it and tells him, I want you to stay away from her, and they go eat. So now Billy and Lily has made it over to Neil's lounge, and they relax and talking small talk. Now she calls him charming as always, but as a friend. She thinks he's trying too hard. Now he knows that it's a pitfall of knowing someone too well and opens up about Ashley going through this rough patch. Lily doesn't think it sounds like Ashley at all. Billy's afraid for his sister. He has always been afraid for her. Now Lily laughs and pops an olive in her mouth. Seeing her adrift is tough. Now Lily thinks that if this can happen to her, what about us mere mortals? Now she's glad Ashley has him and the other siblings. Billy wishes his dad was around, and Lily understands too much what's that like. She always misses Neil. Billy knows he'll never be John Abbott though, and thinks Neil would be proud of Lily. They talk about Billy's kids and Johnny's game, and that his daughter were watching. Billy recalls the whole situation about the kids living with them. Billy reminisces about her giving them the quote-unquote the look. It's a reminder to stay on her good side, and she chuckles and take a drink. Traci and Belle arrive home. When Traci goes to make tea, her alternate asks her what she's doing and says that she needs to get back here before she ruin everything. Belle closes her eyes, sits a moment before she's inside her head in that white room with the 3 beds. She says, well, Miss Abbott, where's the sweet child Ash? Ashley is sleeping in the middle bed. Now, Miss Abbott says that she sent her away. She's more trouble than she's worth. She asked if she made a mistake by letting Belle come out to play. Now, Belle says she's a lot of things, but I'm not a mistake. Now, Miss Abbott rolled her eyes and says she wants to eliminate Tucker permanently. Belle sits on the bed. Are you talking homicide? Are you cuckoo crazy? No, I think I'll leave that to Chloe. That's just me talking there. No, they didn't do that. Then Miss Abbott suggests that she step aside and let her do it. Belle calls it ill-advised and she won't have it. They do agree Tucker spells trouble for Ashley, but ew, the blood and mess is a step too far. She doesn't want to go to prison. Stripes aren't her thing. Now, Miss Abbott struggles with being cuffed to the bed and called Belle a stupid slut. Now, I thought that was a name that was used on The Bold and the Beautiful. Belle thinks they just need to find Ashley someone new to love. And from the talents she's seen in Genoa City, that's not going to be hard. Now, Miss Abbott finds that ridiculous, but Belle reminds her that she's not the one in control, and I'm not letting go. Miss Abbott didn't like that statement and she gets mad. Now, Belle wakes up when Traci returns and suggests bringing her French psychologist to Genoa City. Now, Belle thinks he'll be just fine since he's good looking and intelligent. Now, Ashley would have to say, Tucker who? Now, Belle says that she loves the idea, and Traci admits that she's already put the call in, and then they give each other a hug. So now we're back at the restaurant where Audra wishes that they don't have to bump into Ashley everywhere. She's not going to become a recluse. Now, Tucker comments that this is a small town and says that there is another way around this. He produces that engagement ring from his pocket and shows it to her. She clutches her head and gives a sigh, and Tucker is grinning and reminds her, you know what to do. And she asks if he carries that ring around everywhere. He thinks it's worth the risk of losing it. Now, Audra doesn't think he wants or needs the marriage any more than she does. Now, Now, he jokes about being Mr. Charles and pretends that he's introducing himself as Mr. Tucker Charles. Now, she laughs. He jokes that if he get mugged, it's all her fault. He talks about how they could have the wedding of the century. She admits she thought of arriving in a horse-drawn carriage. They can do that without a marriage, according to her. Now, he figures that they can marry private then. It's the promise to each other. She says, yeah, one people break constantly. She agrees to go to any island that he wants, and it will even decorate a suite overseas for their special meetings. Or she can remind him daily that she loves him, and he makes her say it again. I love you, she says. Okay, so there you have it. Let's get the conversation started down in the comment section. What do you think about Miss Belle? I mean, I'm telling you, Eileen Davidson is rocking the storyline. Billy, yeah, he's trying to finesse Lily. I'm wondering if she's going to fall for it because I haven't seen them this nice to each other since they were dating. And Audra's promised to Tucker that she's going to love him without the commitment. Yeah, we'll see how long that lasts, especially when it comes to Audra, business, and anything else to get up the corporate ladder. Let me know your thoughts. Also, make sure you check out the bold and the beautiful recap for today as well, as it looks like both Finn and Deacon are now on the road looking for Sheila. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on your notifications so you're notified every time a video is posted. And until the next one, we'll see you all soon. Bye, guys.